With the mole's murder of Shintani, the police begin to suspect Yagami and subpoena him. The cases of both past and present become a volatile mix at the ADDC. At one point, the land it sits on had been the target of a redevelopment scheme. And behind that plan, the Kansai-based construction company, the Kajihira Group, and its chairman, Shigeru Kajihira.
That old man is the person responsible for all 10,000 employees in the Kajihira Group. Shigeru Kajihira.
So he's the guy.
You're familiar with Hattori-san here, yes? He's told me a great deal about you, Yagami-san.
Me?
He even clued me in on the perfect way to get inside your head.
You better not be talking about Mafia-chan.
As I understand it, you two are practically family. The young lady is quite fond of you, you know.
I take it you're the one who gave Shioya the order to kidnap her then?
I wanted to see what you were capable of.
Huh?
Now that I know the Kure clan will leave you alone, I can guarantee that.
And let me guess, there's a condition?
There's something I'd like you to do. A job only a detective can handle.
Here we go.
A year ago, I set in motion a plan to redevelop a massive plot of land owned by the Ministry of Health.
Yeah, I know. Hattori-san's article told me as much.
Sharp. Our plan was to take over the entire medical institute. That's enough land there for 3 or 4 Kamurochos. So I struck a deal with Minister Kazami and bought up the surrounding properties for next to nothing. All that remained was closing down the ADDC and the other arms of the institute. But I don't have enough time on this planet to wait for that to just happen naturally. So I turned to a man named Hashiki.
Here's a shot of the man.
At the time, Hashiki was the vice director of the ADDC. But tempting him to join me was easy enough. But soon we were working together to sabotage the center.
Sabotage?
Yes, he drove out the ADDC's most promising talent and sold their cutting-edge research to rival labs. He performed his part admirably.
Sounds like a real douchebag, if you ask me.
So you're saying you bought off a government official?
Yes, and it was easy. But then, just as the ADDC was on its last legs, something breathed life back into it.
Which was?
AD9. Minister Kazami did a complete 180. He took Kido's side and vowed to keep the center open. That drug ruined the whole damn operation.
And where's Hashiki now?
Dead.
What?
He was beaten to death some 6 months ago.
Somebody murdered the vice director of the ADDC?
They're still not sure who was responsible. The cops wrote it off as a drunken brawl, and that was the end of it. Yagami-san, I want you to investigate Hashiki's death. I have reason to believe it was premeditated.
What makes you think that? You sound pretty sure.
He was suspicious of AD9. Thought it was all a hoax.
A hoax? But why?
Just when we started talking about closing the center, along came this revolutionary new drug to save the day. The timing was too convenient. That's what Hashiki thought, at least. He was sure that there was more to AD9 that met the eye. So he did some digging, and not long after, he was murdered.
Are you saying Director Kido bumped him off? It's a pretty serious accusation.
If that were the case, I'd still be able to shutter the center. The redevelopment project would begin anew, and all my investments would finally turn a profit. But as of right now, I'm 100 billion in the red.
That's a lot of money.
I can't leave that large an investment on the table.
No wonder you're so hung up.
The ADDC is hiding something. I'm sure of it. And that lawyer, Shintani, was close to figuring out what. At least until he got his eyes gouged out. Things are not all they seem to be at the ADDC. And if that's the case, you must want to know the truth too, Yagami-san. That's why I came to you. There's nobody else I could ask to do this.
Hattori-san. Mafuyu almost got kidnapped thanks to you. Anything you want to say?
Chairman Kajihira pretty much kidnapped me, too. Going after your girl wasn't my idea. I was just looking out for myself.
Still feels like you owe us an apology. That guy's the fucking worst.
Hey, shouldn't we roll out of here? Our friend's just about waking up.
Good point. Let's go. Yeah, name's Hushki. Used to be vice director of the ADDC. Mm-hmm. Murdered in Kamurocho 6 months ago. Sorry to spring this on you, Hoshino. Think you could get all that for me by tomorrow? Okay, thanks.
Well, looks like that's it for today. See you at Genda's tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Night, boys.
Yagami-san,
What's up, Sugira?
I was just thinking, teaming up with you was the right call. Should make some progress on my investigation now that Kajihira himself is out in the open.
I wouldn't have saved Mafuyu without you either. Thanks again.
No prob. Let me know if anything else comes up.
Out of the way! And stay down. Perfect.
Yagami-san.
And stay down. Guess we're doing this. Really, guys?
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
And stay down. Must we? What a waste.
There you are, Tak.
Kaito-san, you're here early.
Early bird nabs the murderer, yeah? Hoshino-kun dug up some dirt on Hoshiki.
I heard the Kyorei clan attacked Mafiu last night.
You already talked to her?
Yeah. She seemed... happy. Probably because you came to the rescue.
Yagami-san.
Is Genda-sensei still out of commission?
No, he'll be here this afternoon. He didn't sound very energetic when we spoke, though.
Gotcha.
Anyway, back to what you asked me last night. I looked into Hoshiki's murder.
Hold up. I want to hear this too.
Toru Hoshiki, former vice director of the ADDC. 51 years old at the time of his death 6 months ago. Found lying face down in a Kamurocho back alley in the middle of the night. He was unconscious, horribly beaten. He died in the hospital 3 weeks later.
It took that long?
Yes. Apparently he was comatose the entire time.
Were there any witnesses?
Not to the crime itself, no. However, quite a few people saw Hoshiki in a drunken argument beforehand. With a man in a black raincoat. And that's all we know about the culprit.
A black raincoat?
As far as I can tell, the police never found him, but who knows how hard they looked, right? And that's all I could find. Little more than a general overview.
Thanks, Hoshino-kun. This is great for now.
Kajihira claimed Hoshiki's murder was premeditated, yes?
Huh? Yeah, that's right.
But there's no evidence to support it whatsoever.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. If the culprit intended to kill Hoshiki, wouldn't he have finished the job? Seems kind of sloppy. On the other hand, if it was just an unfortunate run-in, the circumstances would make more sense.
I don't know. I think it's the other way around.
Huh?
If you ask me, whoever killed Hoshiki was a freaking pro.
What makes you say that?
Yes, do tell.
Just look at the end result. Hoshiki died and whoever's responsible got away with it. Now imagine if the cops found him dead in that alley. That alone would be cause for investigation. If he's just unconscious, though, it's easier to just call it a street brawl and move on. I mean, that's just another day in Kamurocho, right?
True enough. I suppose the incident never made the news because his death didn't come until so much later. Despite how well known he was in the scientific community, that is.
So the killer beat Hoshiki until he sustained a fatal wound, then backed off? Is such a thing even possible?
It is if you're a pro. Guys that good totally exist. It's just rare to see it happen. Know what I mean?
I admit it would make sense, but we can't say for sure without evidence.
More or less.
What kind of evidence do you mean?
Something like an investigation report. I want to know the cause of death. Which I guess means another visit to our old friend Ayabe, huh?
I'm way ahead of you. Called him myself last night, but,
But what?
his hands are tied because of all this Kuroiwa business.
Should have known.
We got someone else coming in his place, though. Meeting at the same place as before. Lamont. You're gonna come, right?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's hit it. Looks like we got some company.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. These guys are Matsugane.
Weird. I don't think they're too happy with us.
Oh, yeah? Well, what gave it away?
Maybe they think we're working with the Kyorei clan.
Either way, doesn't look like they want to talk it over.
Really, guys?
Come on, Doc. Let's get out of here.
Right.
Let's roll, Doc.
Let's see. That'll do it.
All we gotta do now is meet up with Ayabe's boy.
Any idea what he looks like?
Nope. Bet he'll talk to us first, though.
Let's hope so. Well, time to start looking. It's the spot. Back to it.
ありがとうございました
Excuse me, sir.
Are you talking to me?
Sit. Seat next to me. Hurry.
Do I know you, or...
This is no time for jokes.
I'm not?
Can you please... Now, are you okay doing this here? Or would you rather go some...
Whoa, can we slow down for a second?
No, we can't. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, but doing it right here?
Sorry?
Alright, listen, you're very pretty, and you clearly know what you're about, but I'm more of a take it slow kind of guy, you know? I don't like to rush into these things.
Hyakumi-kun, can you seriously not tell it's me?
Wait, who? What the heck? Mafuyu?
I hate to break it to you, but when a woman comes on that strong, she's not after what you think she is.
Right. Anyway, what are you doing here?
I'm here on behalf of Ayabe.
Wait, but... really? Why did Ayabe send you?
He gave me a call this morning out of the blue. Said he needed me to help you in his stead. Here's the investigation report on Hashki's murder. This is what you want, right?
You took it from the prosecutor's office? Isn't that, you know, problematic?
Hence the disguise. Think it's okay to hand it over here? This is really intense.
Alright, try to stay calm.
It's okay. Think of it as a thank you for saving me yesterday. One more thing. Regarding Prosecutor Izumida. They're planning to arrest you, under suspicion of murdering Shintani-sensei. I suggest you figure something out quick.
Will do. Thanks.
Bye then.
Who was that? She was smoking.
That was Ayabe's replacement.
Huh? What do we got here? This is the investigation report. From Hashki's murder.
Mafuyu stole it from the prosecutor's office.
Mafuyu-chan? Are you saying that woman was her?
Yeah, I just made the same mistake.
You should check this stuff out, Tak.
This is Hashiki's resume. Looks like he was pretty well educated.
They brought him on as vice director 4 years ago. Meaning, he was already with the ADDC when you were busting your ass defending Okubo.
Seems like he and Kido were responsible for deciding how much money to give each project. Hashiki had more influence than I realized.
This here is a map of the crime scene. Hashiki was found lying here. An hour before that, he was seen drinking at a cabaret. This one, place called the Queen Rouge. They charge an arm and a leg, but hell if they don't make bank off it.
Was Hashiki drinking alone while he was there?
Nah, looks like one of his colleagues was with him. Wait, it was that guy, Shono.
So the two of them came all the way from the center just to grab a few drinks. The question is, why?
Beats me. After they left the club, Shono grabbed a cab by himself. He claims he went back to the center and had a chat with Kido. The taxi company's records back that up.
Meaning Shono has an alibi. Kido too.
Yep. As for Hashiki, he had an argument with a man in a black raincoat. Then they found him on the ground, shit beat out of him. 3 weeks later, he was dead.
That's horrible.
Cause of death was a cerebral contusion due to blunt trauma. The culprit hit him 14, maybe 15 times. No fingerprints, so he must have been wearing gloves.
All right. I think we understand how it all went down.
So, what's our next move?
I want to take a little field trip. See for ourselves where they found Hashiki. The Queen Rouge is right near there too.
Let's hit it.